Bruce Lee's genius transcended martial arts and acting, impacting philosophy, cinema, and popular culture. His brilliance lies in several key areas. Revolutionizing martial arts. Jeet Kune Do. Bruce Lee created Jeet Kune Do as a philosophy rather than a rigid style of martial arts. It emphasized adaptability, efficiency, and the use of any technique that worked, breaking from the tradition of sticking to a single discipline. His principle, be like water, stressed flexibility and fluidity in both fighting and life. Cross-training pioneer. Lee's approach to martial arts, blending techniques from different styles, boxing, fencing, judo, kung fu, predated modern mixed martial arts, MMA. He advocated for cross-training to be a well-rounded fighter, decades ahead of his time. Practical combat philosophy. He was among the first martial artists to focus on real-world combat effectiveness, discarding techniques that were aesthetically pleasing but impractical in real combat. Philosophical depth. Lee studied Western philosophy, integrating ideas from Nietzsche and Taoism into his own worldview. His personal philosophy encouraged self-expression, adaptability, and freedom from dogma, not just in martial arts but in life. His famous quote, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own," reflects his open-minded, evolving approach. He viewed martial arts as a path to self-mastery, emphasizing personal growth, mental discipline, and overcoming limitations. Cinematic innovation. Martial arts as art form. Lee's films redefine martial arts in cinema, making fight choreography more dynamic, realistic, and visually stunning. He brought speed, precision, and intensity to his fight scenes, which were grounded in actual combat techniques. He was the first Asian global action star. Lee broke racial barriers in Hollywood. In a time when Asian actors were marginalized, he became the first Asian superstar to captivate global audiences. His films Enter the Dragon and The Way of the Dragon presented an authentic, empowered image of Asians in Western media. Blending Eastern and Western cultures. In his films, Lee combined Eastern philosophy and martial arts with Western film sensibilities, bridging cultural divides. He was a cultural ambassador, helping the West understand and appreciate martial arts and Asian philosophy. Physical and mental discipline. Lee was a physical specimen, combining speed, strength, agility, and endurance in a way few martial artists had before. His training was relentless, and he maintained a nearly superhuman level of fitness. He believed the mind was as important as the body. Lee practiced mental toughness, focusing on clarity, calmness, and control in intense situations. Charismatic icon. Beyond his physical prowess, Lee's charisma was magnetic. He had an innate ability to inspire people through his words, actions, and persona. His philosophy of self-improvement and authenticity resonates with millions, making him an enduring cultural icon. Bruce Lee's genius was in his ability to break boundaries, physically, philosophically, and culturally. He elevated martial arts into an art form, blending it with deep philosophical insight, and forever transformed the way the world views martial arts, action cinema, and Eastern philosophy.
Well, let me say this. First of all, the word superstar really turned me off, and I'll tell you why. Because the word star, man, is an illusion. It's something what the public calls you. You should look upon oneself as an actor, man. I mean, you would be very pleased if somebody say, "Hey, man, you are a super actor." It is much better than, superstar.